All right, I see this question Facebook and all kinds of groups and forums. Will a fast hitch work on a Super A? Yes and no. It won't. Everything won't fit directly, but it don't take much to make it fit. We're gonna start with the helper spring. See that big hole right there? That's where your helper spring goes in. All right, we're gonna start with that. Super A does not have that. See, easy solution. If you, well, one, you has the hole here. Well, you'll have to remove that dowel pin some sort of way, because that dowel pin is where the spring hooks in at on the back end. Or is this maybe this hole? No, there's no hole here. I think it's a dowel pin where it snaps in. It has a bolt here, but it doesn't have that. You need to change this rock shaft piece, take this nut off and knock this off. All right, next thing is, see what I've done? I've grounded down a bolt to fit in here. Probably, see my 140 had this style bar and I switched over to the U-shape because of this same problem. The hole being walled out. But anyway, we ain't talking about that. You need to change the rock shaft piece if you're gonna use a helper spring. The helper spring helps lift the hitch up. All right, next problem is when you switch to a fast hitch, you're gonna use all three of these bolt holes, and if yours has been a cultivating tractor all his life, you only use the bottom two holes. So you'll need a thread tap to clean that rust and the dirt and all of them threads in here. 3/4, you can get this. This is a 3/4 by 10. You can get these at Track Supply for 10 or 12 bucks. Keep one on hand. You run it through here, clean them threads out. That top hole, I can guarantee you, if you have a cultivator feed on it, this has never been used. All right, next thing, it takes care of the helper spring. And when I'm talking about this helper spring, it's got a little piece back in the back. Sun's glaring in here. It's a little piece back in the back that hooks in that hole where the dowel pin is. And so you can get one of these off of 140, but you ain't got, if you got a good hydraulic pump and a good touch control, you really ain't gotta have the helper spring. You know, it'll help, but it's something you gotta have. Get some clean threads out with, because guarantee that top hole has never been used. Next thing, Super A is not gonna have. That's the bolt holes in the floor pan to hold the draft link up out the way. So that is under there. All right, that's not too bad. All you had to do is put a jack underneath you by yourself, hold it up there, mark the holes on the bottom with a magic marker or whatever you got, and drill a hole through here, through this floor pan. I see this question a whole lot. Will it work? So you don't have the hose back here. You don't have the hose back here for it, but it's easy to put them in there. Like I say, you can just hold that up. You can just hold put a jack on it, jack it up there, hold it up there, mark the hose, drop it back down, and then drill your two holes, put your bolts in there. You're supposed to have flat carriage bolts would be better, but I went back all hex here with all mine. I'm gonna put a little mat over top of this anyway and just run this through the mat to hold it down. Get some of the clean threads out on your final drives on them top holes. They probably never been used if it had the cultivator brackets on the rear end. Cause see your fast hitch brackets is gonna look like that, and you're gonna use that top hole. And then your helper spring, you need one of these off of 140 if you plan on using the helper spring to put the helper spring pin through it. Super A doesn't have that. You can get it off of 100, 130, or 140. this rock shaft arm. Take that bolt off, and I think it's keyed, and it comes off, you can change it. And if you running the Super A cultivators for years, you can change to this U-shaped bar, and that will put you up here in a new hole that's never been used before. That was the reason I changed to it, because my holes is all, the inside one's a problem. They're all walled out. When you start back here, you start back new again on that front hole. Because I don't know any attachment that uses this front hole besides this U-shaped bar. But I said because your front cultivator hooks to this rock shaft over here. Anyway, that's the differences between using the fast hitch on a Super A and to a 100, 130, 140. You need them three things. You got to do them three things. It's not on the Super A. Thanks for watching.